My beloved child, there is something I must place into your spirit before the day ends. This is not merely timing. This is divine alignment. Before the sun disappears behind the horizon tonight, you must hear what I have waited to whisper since the beginning of your journey. You've been sensing it, haven't you? That strange stirring in your chest. That ache that says something is about to shift. And it's not your imagination. It's me. I have drawn you here because this word is for you alone. Not them. You. Tonight is not just another evening. It is not routine. This is a threshold moment, the kind heaven marks on scrolls. Something irreversible is unfolding, and I refuse to let you miss it. Before this day ends, I will give you what you've been asking for in secret. But child, first, you must listen. You've walked alone. You've waited longer. You've watched others pass by with answered prayers while you remained still, clinging to hope when all you could see was delay. But what you called delay, I called preparation. And what you thought was silence, I called strategy. The clock you follow isn't mine. I move by destiny, not by deadlines. And I say now, your moment is nearing. Don't skip this. You'll regret it if you do. I am speaking to your now, not your someday. Tonight carries a signature only I can write. It carries breakthrough sealed in obedience. And though you can't see it yet, heaven is holding its breath over you. Angels are standing in place, ready to move with a single command from my mouth. And that command is coming. But not before you hear this. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too behind. You are right on time for what I have designed. Everything you lost, every door that slammed shut, every no you didn't understand, all of it was working together to bring you here, right now. And child, hear me clearly. This is not just inspiration. This is instruction. I want your heart open. I want your faith alive. Because what I am about to do in your life is not a repeat of anything you've ever seen. I have something customized for your soul. Something no one else can carry but you. Something that will make everything make sense. That's why I pulled you into this moment. That's why I whispered your name while everyone else heard noise. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The night will fall soon. But before it does, I will show you why I chose you. My beloved child, I watch you today. Not just your actions, but the weight you carried silently. You've been moving through the hours pretending to be strong for everyone else. But deep inside, you've been hoping for a sign, anything to show you that I'm still close. Let me settle that question right now. I've never been closer. And this, right here, is the very moment I wrote into your life story long before your first breath. Earlier today, you almost gave up on something you've been holding on to. You told yourself maybe it's time to let it go, to stop hoping, to stop praying for something that feels like it's never going to happen. But what you didn't realize is that the tension you felt when failure, it was transition. I was shifting things inside you, not breaking you, building you. Don't skip this. What I'm telling you next is the piece you've been missing. You thought the delay meant denial. You assumed my silence meant I had turned away. But child, there is more going on behind the scenes than you know. I've been arranging people, places, and timing with precision only heaven understands. You haven't missed it. You've been walking toward it. Every step, even the ones that felt backwards, were part of the alignment. This is not just another emotional moment. This is a prophetic collision. What's about to unfold will not be subtle. It will be obvious, visible, undeniable. because the doors I'm opening before tonight will not look like anything from your past. These are not recycled opportunities. They are new beginnings carrying my signature. And I must say this, what you're about to step into will require you to believe differently, not bigger, not louder, but deeper. No more shallow faith that depends on signs. I'm inviting you to step with me into places your logic can't lead you. Because what I'm releasing has no blueprint from your past. Don't let fear interrupt what faith has already built. Stay till the end. Let me finish what I've started in you. This isn't just the fulfillment of promises. This is the revealing of who you've become through the waiting. You are not the same person who started this journey. You've been refined, not just for blessing, but for impact. What's coming will not just bless your life. It will awaken others through your obedience. Before tonight, heaven has an announcement to make through you. My beloved child, I saw the shift in your heart when no one else noticed. A subtle moment, when you chose to trust me even while unsure. That single moment, quiet and hidden from others, opened a vault in heaven. Not because you had all the answers, but because you stopped looking elsewhere for them. That moment became a divine invitation, and I accepted it. You've been standing at a doorway, sensing that something on the other side carries weight. But what you don't realize is that I'm not asking you to knock. I've already unlocked it. What's waiting behind it isn't simply what you've asked for, but what I've dreamed for you. My plans have always surpassed your requests, but until now, the timing wasn't aligned. Tonight, it is. Buzz here. Don't rush past this truth. I've been preparing this exact hour for you. Not a concept, not a metaphor, but an actual turning point. You stepped into it. Heaven is no longer silent. I am speaking clearly. Your spirit can feel it, the tension, that breathlessness, that stillness right before a door swings wide. I've assigned angels to clear the way, not just for protection but for acceleration. You've been moving slowly because I was anchoring your roots. Now I am lifting the lid. What seemed buried is about to break the surface with force. Not chaos but clarity. Not confusion, but alignment. This isn't just about your story changing. It's about your voice returning. You lost it along the way, not physically, but spiritually. Somewhere between disappointment and delay, you stopped declaring. But hear me, your voice still carries weight. What you speak in alignment with me will shift atmospheres. Your silence ends now, and there's more. Before this night fades into tomorrow, I will place a fresh assignment in your spirit. Not a burden, but a mantle. Something you'll carry without strain. Something fitted to your spirit like breath is to lungs. Watch how I confirm it, through conversations, through quiet convictions, through open paths you didn't plan for. I am not asking you to chase. I'm asking you to walk. Something huge is waiting for you. As stirring in your soul is the evidence. Tonight I seal what I started. But what comes next? That will carry the sound of purpose, unmistakably marked by my hand. My beloved child, when I whispered to your heart to pause, it wasn't to delay you, it was to prepare the ground beneath you. There were things I could not reveal until now, not because you weren't worthy, but because the soil of your life had to be made ready to carry what's coming. I've watched the moments where your faith was tested, not to break you, but to expand your capacity for what I always intended to give. Look around. The atmosphere around you feels different for a reason. I've shifted things in places you've never seen. People you haven't met are already positioned. Conversations you did expect are being stirred. Tonight isn't about what you wish would happen. It's about what I've already set in motion. Don't scroll. This is where the revelation becomes personal. You've often wondered why certain doors remained shut no matter how hard you knocked. It's because what was behind them couldn't hold the weight of your purpose. I was never trying to keep you out. I was protecting you from lesser things. You asked for clarity. I gave you closed doors. You asked for peace. I allowed quiet detours. Because I knew what I was building in you. There is a moment coming soon, very soon, where you will stand in a room you didn't expect, offered an opportunity you didn't plan for, and your only job will be to recognize that I brought you there. That realization will carry weight, because it will mark the moment your waiting ends and your assignment begins. What I am placing into your life tonight is not a reward, it's a responsibility. But don't let that intimidate you. I have already equipped what I am about to entrust. You won't need to figure it all out. You'll only need to move when I speak, and trust when I lead. Stay till the end. This is where the unveiling begins. I am not adding more pressure to your life. I am lifting the burden of delay. What felt like waiting has now become alignment. You will feel the shift in your conversations, in your thoughts, in the way people suddenly start responding to what's inside you. That's not coincidence, that's confirmation. You are stepping into a season that was written with your name on it. Before the clock strikes the end of this night, you will feel it, that knowing in your spirit, something divine has been activated. My beloved child, there's something sacred happening in the stillness around you. It's not emptiness. It's not absence. It's divine concentration, heaven leaning close, drawing your spirit into alignment with something deeper than answers. You've reached the part of your journey where clarity no longer needs to come through signs. It comes through recognition. And right now, your spirit is beginning to recognize that I'm doing something that doesn't fit your old expectations. I need you to understand this. What I'm building through you is not based on what was, but on what is becoming. That's why certain things fell apart. That's why some relationships couldn't continue. It wasn't failure, it was a clearing. I wasn't subtracting to diminish you. I was making room for the authentic version of who I designed you to be. This next season will require discernment, not just desire. You will sense open doors that look good, but are not yours. And you'll also face invitations that don't look impressive, yet carry my fingerprints. This is where your faith must grow from reaction to recognition. You'll need to listen for my whisper, not wait for applause. Don't skip what I'm saying here. This is where the shift begins in you. You're no longer walking just for survival. You're walking for impact. Your journey isn't just about your own healing anymore. It's about others I will reach through you. Your scars will be the map for someone else's breakthrough. That's why I didn't remove all the pain instantly. I was shaping testimony through it. The step by step movement. Not chaos, alignment. I will begin to accelerate things that have lingered too long in the background. Decisions you've been waiting on will resolve quickly. People who once overlooked you will suddenly make room. But don't be swayed by attention. Stay anchored in my voice. Before this night concludes, you'll begin to notice divine patterns. Repeated themes in your thoughts. Dreams that echo something you've yet to understand. A name that keeps coming to mind. These aren't random. I'm speaking to you with purpose. Follow the thread, even if it feels unfamiliar. Something huge is closer than you think. Let your heart stay open. This isn't just another moment in your story. This is where the tone shifts. This is where your pace changes. And everything within you will begin to sense, You've crossed into a part of the journey where the supernatural becomes natural, where the unseen becomes obvious, where the whisper becomes instruction. Child, before tonight, something special is being written, not just in your story, but in the stories that will be changed through your obedience. What you felt in this moment wasn't just for you. It was a holy assignment. If you've ever cried, "God, use me," then hear this. This is how I'm answering you. When you give, through Super Thanks membership, with a PayPal link in the description, you're releasing oil into this fire. You're watering the harvest. You're helping carry this word into the weary hearts still waiting for their moment. Scripture says, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed," and that word is alive over you now. Your generosity will not be forgotten. It will echo in eternity. Your gift is not money. It's a message with wings. Bless it. Activate it. Release it. My beloved child, the world around you may not notice it, but heaven does. There is something glowing within you tonight. Not because of what you've achieved, but because of what you've chosen to carry even when no one applauded. The quiet obedience, those secret yeses, the internal surrender no one else saw. I saw it all. And it has triggered movement in places you didn't even know were watching. What I am about to do in your life won't look like what you expected. It will come through the familiar path or the people you assumed would open the way. I am writing a new chapter through avenues that haven't even existed for you until now. You will know it's me not because it feels familiar, but because it feels undeniable. Listen closely. The opportunity approaching isn't random. It's wrapped in subtlety, yet it carries the weight of destiny. You'll sense it by how it stretches you, not in fear, but in awe. It will feel too big for your comfort zone and too specific to be chance. That's when you'll know, I authored this. Stay till the end. This is where things begin to unfold. You're being positioned in rooms where your name was spoken before you ever arrived. Conversations have already begun without your awareness. I have prepared people who don't just see your gift but respect your process. And when those moments come, don't shrink. I am placing you there not to observe, but to contribute. There's one thing I want you to do tonight. Stop second-guessing how I've made you. Your voice isn't too quiet. Your presence isn't too small. Your journey wasn't wasted. The very things you've questioned about yourself are the exact things I plan to use. The details others overlooked are the qualities I designed on purpose. You'll soon begin to notice divine interruptions, moments that break your rhythm with unexpected clarity. Someone will say something that speaks directly to what you prayed. A door you weren't even knocking on will open. The thought you tried to dismiss will come back stronger. These are not distractions. They are signals. Don't miss this. You're not being restored to where you were. You're being placed in a position you've never stood in before. And with that comes a fresh authority. Not dominance. Influence rooted in compassion. You won't need to prove your worth. Your presence will carry proof. Something irreversible is being activated within you tonight. Let it rise. Let it breathe. Let it begin. My beloved child, there's a reason your thoughts have been louder lately, and your emotions feel heavier in moments of silence. It's not confusion. It's the nearness of divine instruction pressing on your heart. I've been closer than your breath, adjusting your awareness to sense what you used to overlook. Is tension you feel. It's not anxiety, it's awakening. I am turning your internal compass toward something I've long waited to release. You've been in rooms that couldn't handle your weight. Spaces that tolerated your presence but never recognized your calling. That season is closing. I'm drawing you into places where what I've hidden inside you will no longer be dismissed. The people I've prepared for you won't compete with your gift. They will confirm me. Stay focused. This is not a season to entertain distractions dressed as opportunities. I am sharpening your vision, refining your ears, and increasing your discernment, not to make things harder, but to help you identify what is yours. The enemy cannot delay what I've sealed, but he will try to divert. That's why you must move from emotional reaction to spiritual response. Don't skip over this moment. Your next step depends on clarity, not speed. The conversation you're about to have may seem ordinary, but it holds revelation. A casual encounter will carry a spark of direction. I'll hide instruction in stillness and release confirmation in the middle of routine. You won't need to chase anything. I'll bring it to you. You'll just need to be awake enough to see it. What's being birthed in you is not seasonal. It's foundational. This is not preparation for another cycle. This is the moment where cycles break and legacy begins. Patterns that held you back are losing their authority. The ceiling you felt pressing against your vision is cracking, and what's been locked above it is now coming into view. Tonight is not asking you to do more. It's asking you to be present. I need your heart still enough to recognize my movement. There's no striving needed. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm revealing position. And you are exactly where you need to be for what's about to shift. You'll feel it soon, the undeniable recognition that things are no longer the same. The atmosphere around you will confirm what I've already spoken in your spirit. Let this be the hour where faith becomes sight, and where hesitation turns into holy resolve. My beloved child, earlier today, a question passed through your heart so quickly you almost missed it. It wasn't random. It was a divine signal, the kind that surfaces when you're standing near a threshold you didn't know you were approaching. I've been setting the stage, not in the obvious places, but within the moments you've labeled as ordinary. And now, I bring you to the edge of something sacred. There's a shift happening, not externally first, but internally. Your mind may not yet have words for it, but your spirit already senses the change. This is the unfolding of a spiritual recalibration. What once satisfied your comfort zone no longer feels full. What once fit now feels too small. That's not disappointment. That's your future tugging on your present. I am placing a fresh lens over your understanding. What confused you yesterday will become clear in unexpected clarity. You'll look back at situations that once made you question everything and realize they were divine setups, carefully disguised to cultivate wisdom and trust. This isn't hindsight. This is spiritual maturity birthing forward vision. You've grown, even if you didn't notice. Quietly, deeply. And now that growth demands expression, you won't be able to hide the shift. People will begin to notice something different in your tone, your presence, your choices. It won't be because you tried harder. It will be because something eternal finally touched the surface. Don't overlook the timing of this. There's a reason this message found you before tonight. I've orchestrated this alignment with intention. The hour between where you were and where you're going is fragile, but fertile. The atmosphere is ready. You're no longer praying from a place of lack, but from a posture of trust. Something huge is waiting on the other side of your stillness. And I must tell you this. The next door will not require a key. It will respond to recognition. When you see it, you'll know. There will be no striving, no forcing, no confusion. It will carry the fragrance of my presence, and your spirit will rest as you walk through it. You've carried weight I never asked you to bear. Tonight, I'm lifting what your soul has outgrown. Not everything can go with you into what's next, but what I give you in return will multiply your peace and authority. Let your heart be still. I am not done revealing. The next movement begins where your striving ends. My beloved child, in this precise moment, something invisible is being released into your life. Not because you earned it, but because the season has matured. You've been faithful with little, and now the environment around you is responding to a divine command. This is not karma. This is not coincidence. This is covenant. You're standing in the transition between process and possession. The terrain is unfamiliar, which is why your mind feels restless and your emotions shift without warning. But I need you to hear this. Confusion is not your portion. I'm not leading you through chaos. I'm walking you through clarity wrapped in discomfort. You're growing into what I designed, and it's stretching you beyond the limits that once felt safe. Watch closely. The words you hear, the people you encounter, the dreams that interrupt your rest, all of these are synchronized messages. I'm not only confirming your next direction, I'm reintroducing you to the version of yourself that's been hidden beneath delay and survival. The one who doesn't chase outcomes but carries presence. Stay with me. What you're about to realize is not a new idea. It's an old promise resurfacing with new life. The timeline didn't cancel it. It preserved it. And now, that promise carries fresh authority. You won't have to fight for it. You'll need to steward it. Do not compare your path to theirs. What I'm doing in you is specific, not generic. The blueprint others follow won't apply to what I'm building through your hands. Your instructions are tailored, and when you follow them, you'll unlock doors no one else even noticed. I've also hidden strength in your restlessness. That discontent you felt isn't failure to appreciate. It's a spiritual nudge, drawing your attention to the ground beneath your feet shifting. You're not stuck, you're being positioned. The place where you've been feeling overlooked is the very soil where I'm planting breakthrough. And listen carefully. Before the night fades into routine, I will confirm what you've been quietly wondering. I'll do it subtly but unmistakably. It may be through a conversation, a headline, a repeated phrase, or even a silent moment that suddenly feels sacred. You'll know it's me by the peace that settles instantly. The weight you've been carrying was never meant to follow you into the next chapter. Let it fall. I'm not taking anything from you that was meant to stay. What remains will multiply. What's gone will be replaced by something crafted for who you've become, not who you were. This is the turning point. Your pace will shift. Your vision will stretch. And your steps will begin to echo with purpose. My beloved child, I've waited for this moment. The one where your heart fully opens, not to understand everything, but to finally receive. What I've been unfolding through every message, every stirring, every sacred pause, it has led here. Not to a dramatic finish, but to a holy beginning. The kind that doesn't need loud signs, because your spirit already knows. This is it. You're not at the end of something. You're standing at the origin of purpose unveiled. The preparation is complete. What was hidden is being released. Heaven has finished its alignment. And now, all that's left is your agreement. No striving, no pleading. Yes, surrender. The night wasn't about hype or emotion. It was about truth. About reintroducing you to the sound of my voice, the rhythm of my pace, the texture of my presence. You heard it again. You felt it return. That internal knowing, the one that silences fear and outshouts doubt. You've stepped into a holy convergence. Past, present, and future are now colliding in divine accuracy. Every delayed answer, every unseen reason, every closed chapter, all of it converges to reveal one simple truth. I never left you. I was always preparing you for this. Expect the atmosphere around you to respond. A shift is coming, not loud but unmistakable. Conversations will reflect new alignment. Thoughts will gain precision. Doors will open without a knock. Why? Because now, you're ready. The battle for clarity is over. You no longer need confirmation from the world. You heard from me. And that's all that matters. So breathe, my child. You've crossed over. The weight of yesterday no longer has authority. The uncertainty of tomorrow no longer holds fear. You have arrived in the center of my timing. What I've spoken will unfold. What I've sealed cannot be revoked. And what I've begun, I will complete. Now walk with peace, pavilion, with authority. For this, all of this, was never just about a message. It was about an encounter. Amen. This is your moment, child, and the word has been delivered. But the mission continues. Right now, heaven is stirring hearts like yours to rise, to give, to join the move. If you felt the power of this message deep in your soul, don't just walk away. Sow into what stirred you. You've prayed, Lord, let me be part of something eternal. Now is your answer. Through your super thanks, YouTube membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you are sending this message to nations, to households, to souls who are on the edge of breakthrough. This is your seed, and God is the Lord of the harvest. As you give, doors will open. Peace will increase. Miracles will find your home. What you release in faith, God will multiply in fire. My beloved child, if this word pierced your spirit and confirmed what you've been feeling deep within, then respond. Hype this video. Let your agreement echo through this platform like a trumpet in the heavens. When you hype this message, you are not just clicking a button, you are declaring, "This was for me, God. I heard you." And every like, every click, becomes a digital amen that spreads this word to others waiting for their confirmation before the night falls. And now I call you to declare it below. Don't let this word vanish into silence. Let heaven and earth witness your agreement. Drop this in the comments. This was special for me. I heard you, Lord, before tonight. Speak it, write it, declare it, because when you give your yes in public, I begin moving in private. This moment is holy. Make it visible. And now, listen closely. If you felt my voice in this message, this is not the last time I will speak to you here. Subscribe now, not out of routine but as an act of readiness. You are not subscribing to a channel. You are responding to a divine frequency. I will meet you here again. I have more to reveal, more to unfold. Click subscribe, because your next encounter is already being prepared. Amen.